everybody. Welcome to today's writing lesson about onomatopoeia. What is onomatopoeia? Well, let's find out, boys and girls.
Crash, bash, boom, pow. What was that sound? Rumble, growl, slurp, snack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. Oink, neigh, woof, meow. What was that sound? Slap, flick, squish, whack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. They're words imitate sounds. Listen, they are all around. Slip, cough, chew, ow. What was that sound? Broom, honk, screech, crack. Did you hear that? What's that? Onomatopoeia. What's that? Onomatopoeia. What's that? Onomatopoeia. What's that?
So onomatopoeia are sound words. They're noisy words, words that you would include to represent a sound effect in your writing. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go to our writing and think about how can I include some onomatopoeia into my writing. Authors will often do this to help you kind of really not just visualize what it's looking like, but also be able to hear in their mind what's going on as well. It makes your writing a lot more interesting. Let's take a look. All right, so today I have two jobs. So today I can add onomatopoeia to my narrative story. So today what you're going to do is you're going to be finishing the end of your personal narrative story, but you're also going to be thinking about places where you might include some onomatopoeia or some sound effects. So I'm going to reread just in case I want to add some in the beginning or the middle. I might have a good place there. But as I am writing the end of my story, I'm going to think about if I would like to include some sound effects. Now, when you write your end of your story, you want to, like if I were writing about this right now, I would say, woof, woof, Remy is barking. That's onomatopoeia. All right, so as I am writing the end of my story, I'm going to think about all the things that I've been learning about. I can still include some dialogue in my writing. He's being very grumpy right now. I can include some dialogue if there's speaking at the end of my story. Sound effects are also what we're going to be working on adding today as well. All right, so let's take a look, and don't forget to be descriptive writers. Make sure you're telling the story and painting a picture in the minds and not just telling, but showing what's happening. All right, so I'm going to look back at my sketch here. This is my ending sketch. My friends have run away there successfully. The big bird is flying down, and I have fallen to the ground. So I need to paint that picture using my words for my end of my story. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reread my middle here to see kind of what I've got going on so it flows nice and smooth. All of a sudden, I saw my friends start to run away. I had no idea what they were doing until I looked up. Oh my gosh, I screamed. My eyes were huge as I saw a giant bird with sharp claws swooping down right at me. I panicked. It was too late to run, so I did the only thing I could. I dove for the ground. Now, when I dove for the ground, I feel like when I hit the ground, I'm going to make a sound effect here. So this might be the perfect time for me to add some onomatopoeia. So I think maybe I'll do this. Oops. So I think maybe I might do this. Splat! I hit the pavement. I landed on my knee and covered my head with my hands. So I'm kind of painting what's happening here. The bird's coming for me. I dive for the ground. Splat! I hit the ground and I'm covering up my head because I am scared. That shows I'm scared. I'm not just saying I hit the pavement and I was scared. I'm going to describe that with my words there. Okay, so now I'm on the ground. I'm holding my head covered with my hands. And then next, maybe I might say, after being on the ground for a moment and realizing that nothing was attacking me, I looked up. I could not see the bird anymore. I forgot that I had landed on my knee, and when I looked down, I realized I was bleeding. I could maybe add some dialogue there if I wanted to. Maybe I would say, ouch. Or maybe my friends will check on me. Maybe I could do this. Are you okay? My friends asked. I was fine, but we decided it was time to turn around and head back to our cars away from the mean mother turkey. So in there I've included some dialogue for some speech that's happening. And now I kind of want to wrap it up. So maybe I'll wrap it up by saying, the scar on my knee will always remind me of this day at the Legacy Trail. All right, so I've finished the end of my story. I have included a place to have some onomatopoeia, some sound effect, and I even threw in some more dialogue to make my writing more descriptive and more interesting. And remember, when you're doing that, make sure you are doing your quotation marks and using a dialogue tag. I used my friends asked, period. All right, so I actually found one person who already used onomatopoeia, and that was Ellis. So I want to show you guys Ellis, what she has done to include some onomatopoeia. All right, so Ellis actually starts her personal narrative with onomatopoeia, which is a really great way to start a story. She says, whoosh. The waves crashed at the shore as we were having a wonderful time at the beach as a family. I was 3 years old and playing in a shallow pool of water on the squishy sand. The sun was bright and I was digging for oval purple shells. Now, not only do I love that she started with a onomatopoeia there that made it so interesting, it's a great hook to make your readers want to read more. There are so many adjectives that really help paint this picture here. They're having a wonderful time at the beach. She's playing in the shallow pool on the squishy sand. The sun was bright and she's digging for oval purple shells. Alice, I think you did a fabulous job with that. And then as she continues on, she's used her dialogue at the end right here. I did want to point out, though, Ellis, some feedback for you. Make sure that when you start your dialogue, you start with a capital letter there, so a capital what, and then make sure that your punctuation goes inside of your quotation marks. But fabulous job. So much good things here. All right, boys and girls, you have a job to do today. And let's take a look at what you got to get done. All right, so today you're going to write the end of your personal narrative story. And remember, everything we've been learning about to be good authors, dialogue, adjectives, being descriptive, and now onomatopoeia. There's so much good stuff you could add into your writing to make it so good. And I want you to try to find at least one place to add onomatopoeia to your writing. If you find more than one place, go for it. You don't want to put it like everywhere though, because then it's going to be like, whoa, way too much onomatopoeia. But 1, 2, or 3 places would be great to make it really interesting. All right. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with. We got some really great authors going on, taking their time with this and really thinking about these lessons. So good work to you all. Very proud of you. All right. Adios. If you have questions, see me in Google Meet. Otherwise, work hard and do a good job. Adios.